What's up, guys? Welcome back to Everyday Money. Now, I want to make a ton of money, and I bet you that you want to make a ton of money too, and that's why you landed on a channel like this where we talk about making a lot of money. For some of you guys, that might be, if you're minimum wage, that might be making $20 an hour. It might be, if you're making $50,000 a year, going to $100,000 a year, or $200,000 a year, up to $1 million. It doesn't matter what your definition of a ton of money is, because what I'm talking about today doesn't have any limitations to it other than, your own self limitations. What I've done is I've come up with the 5 things that I think that you need to do in order to make a ton of money, depending on what your definition of that is. And the only thing that I ask in return is, if you like this, if this helped you out in some way, is, for one, I want you to share it with somebody. Share it with an individual. Share it on your Facebook feed. Share it on your Reddit, whatever. Just share it so that somebody else can get this information. And 2, just give me a like button down below. Hit that like button for me to help me out in the YouTube algorithm and to spread this message around to other people who want to make a ton of money. And let's get right into the first thing that I think that you need to do in order to make whatever you think is a ton of money. The first thing that you need to do is that you're going to need to step outside of your comfort zone. This is what keeps people where they are, be it in their careers, be it in their physical life, as far as being like healthy or whatever. Your comfort zone is going to keep you right where you are. That is the thing that's going to keep you guys going from the high school grind to the college grind to the 9-to-5 grind, making somebody else's dream work for them while they give you some sort of hourly rate. You need to be able to produce something that you wouldn't have ever done before. Like, for example, starting a YouTube channel was a gigantic step outside of my comfort zone for me. Investing in real estate was a step outside of my comfort zone. Investing in the stock market, and in cryptocurrencies especially, was a step outside of my comfort zone. And you guys have to work outside of your comfort zone, or else it's always going to keep you right where you are. It's just like the guy that wants to get in shape. He's been sitting on the couch eating Cheetos, is in poor shape, and he says, I want to get in shape. And you have to step outside of your comfort zone, become extremely uncomfortable, start running that mile, start doing those push-ups, pull-ups, bench press, things of that nature, in order for you to get the results that you want. And it's going to be horribly uncomfortable to get going, but once you are in that, once you're in it and you start seeing the results, it becomes more comfortable. And then that's the time where you can't get into that comfort zone, and you really have to continue to explore your comfort zone in order to make that a ton of money that you want to make. Because if you want extraordinary results, you are going to have to put in extraordinary effort and take extraordinary measures in order to get there. So the first thing that you guys need to do is you need to step outside of your comfort zone. And I can say that this works because almost every single time that I have looked at something, thought that it was a good idea, but knew it was outside of my comfort zone, and went ahead and pulled the trigger on it anyway, it ended up being wildly successful and was a very good thing in the end. Now, second up is something that a lot of people would probably have put at number 1, but I do think that stepping outside of your comfort zone is probably going to lead into what I think is the number 2 thing that you have to do in order to end up making that ton of money that you want to make. And that is, you need to stop taking financial advice from your peers. You need to start looking to the people that are making the type of income that you want to make in order to get yourself on that track. Because the people that are sitting next to you at work, the people that are sitting next to you, if you're on making the burgers, the person that's on the fryer probably isn't the person that you're going to want advising you on your financial advice. The person that's next to you on the assembly line probably isn't the one that you want advising you on your financial advice. If you're an attorney, the next attorney down the hall probably isn't the one that you want advising you on your financial advice. You want to be looking to the person that is making the type of money that you want to be making. Because for example, for me, when I started looking to invest in real estate, everyone said that I would lose my butt in real estate. If I didn't lose my butt, it would be a ton of problems. There'd just be clogged toilets to deal with, evictions, tenants would trash the place, and then I would still just lose money because everyone knows that landlords nationwide just lose money. Same thing with stocks. Whenever I talk about stocks with people that I've worked with in the past, it's always been, well, there could be a crash, and then you would lose all of your money, and not all the money that you put in would go away, and not taking into account that the stock market has historically always gone up as long as you have held over time. And so what you need to do is you need to look at the people that are making, if you're making 50,000, that are making 100,000. If you're making 200,000, you want to make $1 million. You need to talk to those people. And you might be sitting there saying, well, I don't know these people. They're not in my circle of influence. How do I just reach out to them? And this day and age has made that extraordinarily easy. Just get on the internet. You can connect with these people on personal finance forums where you can talk to these folks directly. You know, on the internet, you're basically having a one-on-one conversation with them, and these folks are typically super likely to tell you exactly what to do, exactly how they got to the income level that they have gotten, exactly how they've gotten the success that they've gotten. And then if all else fails, none of that works, go to the areas where people are living in the houses that you would like to live in and just start knocking on doors. You guys have seen this on TikTok or on YouTube Shorts or whatever. These guys that go up to these people and say, oh, I love your car, what do you do? Or I love your home, what do you do? And if you knock on 10 of those doors, you may get 5 people that just tell you to get off their lawn now before they release the dogs. You might get 4 people that say they're just not comfortable talking about it. But if you knock on 10 doors, I can almost guarantee you that one person will take the time to say, yes, this is how, and if you're sincere, will say, this is how I made my money. This is exactly how I did it. These are and you might even get referrals. Like, I can refer you to this lender. I can refer you to this real estate agent, to this forum, to this group of investors that can help you along the way. And meeting these people and talking to these folks that are making the type of money that you want to make, doing the things that you want to do, is going to be one of the most influential ways for you to really increase your income to the point that you want it. I know for me, for a fact that had helped, and I had reached out to most of these people online through either the Bigger Pockets forum, investing in real estate. I watched a lot of Mr. Money Mustache stuff where he talked about being frugal and investing in VTSAX. I've watched Graham Stephan. I have watched Richard Fain talk about making money. I've watched Stock Up with Larry Jones. I've even watched Jason Bay real estate investing for investing in real estate. All of this excellent knowledge is available through the internet, and you can get it for free. So go out there and get it. Now, number 3, this is the third way or thing that you need to do to have in order to make a ton of money. Once you have figured out what it is that you want to do, once you've figured out kind of the direction that you want to go, you need to be sure that what you're doing is scalable. And that is important because there is only so many hours in a day. We've talked about this time and time again. And you don't want to be trading your time for money, essentially just being self-employed. If you want to make a ton of money, and we're talking about hundreds of thousands, we're talking about millions of dollars. You cannot trade enough time to make that kind of money regularly unless you're one of the top CEOs or top executives of major companies. And even then, there's going to be a point where you just cap out, and without a scalable source of income, you're just not going to be able to do any more. And so what this means is that you need to be able to have systems in place so that you don't necessarily do all the work. So for example, for this YouTube channel, this is scalable because right now I can come up with the ideas, make the videos, edit them, and I have the time to do that. But at some point there may come a time where I need to do other things. Like, for example, maybe put out more content and I have to outsource the editing, or I have to outsource thumbnail creation, or just anything like that. And that is the way that this is scalable. If you're doing concrete or landscaping or cutting grass or whatever, there will come a time where you cannot take on any more jobs by yourself, and that's where you can start hiring crews. And so, yes, you will make less profit per job, but you will also be doing less work, and you'll be able to do more jobs because you can have other people doing the work for you, and that is how you scale your business. Now, another way that you can scale your income is by having multiple streams of income, which is exactly what I am doing. And you do that by having like your main 9-to-5 job. If you're still doing a 9-to-5 job, then you have something like YouTube. Then you have real estate investments, stock market investments, crypto investments that are all making you money. You have affiliate marketing that's making you money, and so you scale the amount in the number of income streams that you have, so that nothing has to be making grand slams every day. Everything can be getting solid singles, and you still have this giant river of money that's coming down into just an ocean of wealth. The fourth thing, guys, that you're going to need to know to have in order to make a ton of money is that you're going to need to have some patience. And this is something that I struggle with in a big way. Patience, they say, is a virtue, and it's not one that I was blessed with, and it's not one that a lot of folks are blessed with. They want that instantaneous result. I see this a lot in the crypto markets where people say, you know, I put in $200, like, when is it going to be worth $1 million? And it's probably going to take an extremely long time for that $200 to be worth $1 million. Or if you're investing in the stock market and you're putting in your $100 a month or $2,000 or $1,000 a month, and you're like, it's not going up very fast, and you just have to be patient. Same way with starting a YouTube channel. You start off and you're like, I want those subscribers. I want to hit that 1,000 subscriber mark. I want to start making a couple dollars. And then once you start making a couple dollars, you're like, well, when do I get my first, $100 month? When do I get my first $1,000 month? When can I start making $10,000 and quit my 9-to-5 job? And those things just take a while, and you have to just be patient. Same with almost anything else. Building a company, investing in real estate, waiting for the rent checks to come in, waiting for the market to appreciate those buildings is just going to take patience. And you just have to be patient, diligent, and disciplined in order for you to get to that point where you do have a ton of income coming in. For me, I had to wait 8 years before I had $1 million of real estate. I started off buying an $18,000 home. Now I own $1 million of rental real estate that is in really cool places. It took me about 1.5 years before my YouTube channel was monetized. It only took me just a few months from 1,000 subscribers to get to about 5,500 subscribers. So things are happening quicker and quicker, and all I had to do was be patient. Now finally, guys, the fifth thing, and really none of these are any less important than any other one, but the fifth thing is that you're gonna have to love what you're doing if you want to make a ton of money at it. If you want to make a ton of money, you are going to have to put in a ton of time. You're gonna have to work hard, and you're gonna have to put in a lot of patience, like we just said. And so if you don't love it, you're gonna burn out on it extremely quick, and you're not gonna get to that end of the rainbow where you are making a ton of money and you have a ton of wealth. Now, I look at the things that I do, such as making these videos. I actually love making these videos. Of all the things about them, I don't like editing them as much as the rest of it, just because it's very tedious, time consuming, and it's not me putting more content out there for you guys to get. But I know that when I can put this out there, you are getting this information totally for free on your end, in that YouTube will end up paying me, and where I can do more things with that, where I can put out more content. So I love making these videos. I also love investing in my real estate. Investing in homes and real estate in general is very interesting to me. I love it. I love the real estate that I'm investing in right now, so I have no problems putting in a lot of time and effort and money to make that happen, as well as investing in stocks and crypto. I love that because I can put that money in there and I don't have to do anything at all with it, and it ends up going up in value just based on either growth in the market or dividends, or in the case of crypto, because more people buy in and it just ends up spiking, and there's a lot of fun with that when it's going up by 100% or 150% and you're winning. I love these things. You have to love it because you're going to be doing a lot. It goes back to patience. You're just going to have to put in the time, put in the work, and to get the results that you're going to want. And if you do love it, if it is scalable, if it is outside your comfort zone, if it is something that is proven to produce high results, and you put your mind to it and you try to improve on your systems, your methods, and everything, every single day, just a little bit more. If you put in enough work on this, and you put in enough work on nearly anything that doesn't just require raw talent, you can almost achieve whatever you want. If you outwork the other guy, or you outwork 99% of your competition, the results will happen. If I can do it, then you guys can definitely do it out there, because I do not have any special talents. I didn't come from money. I didn't even know how to film or edit or put together a video. I didn't know how to do landlording, do short-term rental, how to list things on Airbnb, VRBO, finance investment properties. I didn't know how to buy stocks or crypto before I started this. I learned all of it. I put in the time, I worked hard, and now the results are starting to pay off. So there is no reason why the same things couldn't happen for you, no matter where you are in life. If you're making minimum wage, if you're making $50,000 a year, if you're making $100,000, $1 million, you want to make $2 million, the same concepts apply time and time again. So guys, I'm gonna leave it there. If you guys haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button down below, hit the notification bell so you don't miss anything like this in the future. If you guys like this video, I would appreciate you hitting that like button for me, but more important than hitting that like button is sharing this video with somebody else that you think could use this. I appreciate you guys watching today, and I'll see you in the next one.